Hi everyone, today we're going to make this beautiful robin wood art. I'm so glad you're here. The materials for this project are right around $5 and it takes about an hour or so to make, and this retails for us between $50 and $75. We consider that a really good return on our investment and our time, so we consider that high profit. Before I get too far ahead of myself, hi, I'm Donna, and on our channel we like to show you woodworking projects that we have made and sold that have sold well for us so you can make and sell them too. And as always, we begin by using our patterns, and we print off two patterns, one for a legend and one to cut. And as always, the patterns are available in our Etsy shop. If that's something you're interested in, the link will be in the description below. Then it's off to the scroll saw to begin cutting out the pattern. This one is really quite straightforward. This would be a great beginner project. If wood art is something you're interested in and you wanted to try out, this would be a fantastic one to give it a go with. So once I'll work on cutting it out, I generally start with the outside shape and then I just start trimming away piece by piece, and I generally try to take the smaller pieces off first just so I have more wood to hold on to while I'm cutting the little pieces. So I do want to let you know we do have a website as well. It's ideas2ididit.com, and on there we go into a little more in depth with our processes and our methods, and there's some different projects, and there's a blog with different information. If you want to go over there, check it out. And we also have a newsletter, and if you sign up for our newsletter, we will email you a free wood art project. So if it's something you wanted to try, you could join the newsletter and we will send you a free wood art project that you can try. And we don't spam you, I promise. The newsletter goes out maybe every couple of weeks, and hopefully it has useful information for you in there. We're really trying to build a community of people who are creative and who want to do woodworking and wood art and that sort of thing on the side, either as a hobby or maybe to make some extra money. So go check it out. So I'm just going to continue cutting here, and we're almost through, and then we'll move on to painting. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. We'd love to hear from you, and we will definitely respond. So here is the piece cut out, and you can see I have just put it up against the legend, and I always put the different piece numbers on the back in pen just so I can keep it straight. And then Chris used the chamfer tool to chamfer the edges of each piece. That just helps create that depth and the separation between the pieces. We use the chamfering tool quite a bit. It's a great tool. So we're quite pleased with how it works. We do have a video specifically on chamfering if you wanted to check that out. So he does that, and then you can see here, I just wanted to show, you can see a piece that's been chamfered and then the others that haven't, the tail feathers that haven't, and you can see it really does make a nice difference. It gives it lots of dimension, and it really puts a nice clean edge on the piece. Okay, so now we're going to go on to painting, and this one's quite simple. As you can see, it's basically black, white, brown, yellow, and orange. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint the pieces. And for this one, I'm just using basic acrylic paint, that you can get just from the dollar store. It's super easy. And what I'm doing is I'm using it in a watered down format. So I'm adding quite a bit of water to the paint, and that's giving me almost like a stain consistency. And that allows for the wood to still show through and the grain of the wood to still show through. I really like the quality of wood. I like the look of the grain. I like the interest that it brings. So a lot of times when you see me paint wood, I will really water it down and make it more like a stain. It's a great way to get variety in your artwork and still have that wood shine through. So basically you just put on the watered down paint, and then I'll wipe it off with a paper towel. And when I'm doing my wood art pieces, when I'm painting them or staining them, I always have the legend in front of me, because I don't want to paint or stain the whole piece if I don't need to. I just do what's exposed. But what you will notice is I always go over the edge of all pieces. And go down a little bit on the sides, even if they're hidden. And that will just help with the reveal from a chamfer, or if your cut's not perfect, it won't show the raw wood through there. So this is just the burnt orange color. So you can see I just wiped it off to give it that stain effect. and then I'm going to go in with like a goldish yellow, like almost like a mustardy yellow, and for the beak. With all of these projects, you could do whatever color combinations you would like, whatever tones you would like. You could use totally different colors. This is a robin, so it's that kind of fall-like colors, I would say. And you could also do patterns. You could use different fabrics if you want it. You could glue those on. You could use papers. There's a ton of variety of things you could do. And you'll see with this one, I've done something a little different. You might have noticed is I used a decorative paper as like almost like a backing on my backing to create some pattern and interest behind the bird itself. And then I left a border of the plain wood around to almost act like a mat. And I was just so happy with how it turned out. I thought it really added some interest and some character to the piece. I was really pleased with it, and I'm really in a spring like state of mind, and I thought that with that peachy color under it, it really helped bring that brightness and sunshine to it. And as always, we frame all of our pieces using Chris's 2x4 frame method, and that allows us to make the frames for these pieces for around $1.50. We do have a separate video explaining how he makes them, and I will leave it in the link to it in the description below if you want to go check that out. It's a fantastic way to make frames for all of these wood art pieces. It can be any size, any dimension, and it's Chris is very good at it now. It's relatively quick making them, and they're just a fantastic way to finish these pieces. They look great, and it's nice to be able to say the entire piece is handmade when you sell it, including the frame. So I highly suggest you go look at the video. It's great. So I've already done one other video with a cardinal, and now this one is the robin, and I have at least one more coming, which is going to be a blue jay. And that one will be out in the next week or so. And I really am liking these quite simple birds. I think they're turning out really well. I think they look great, and I think they're a really easy, fun way to really make a statement with your wood art. So I really hope you give them a try. And as I mentioned earlier, we're really trying to build a community for creative people who enjoy woodworking and maybe different creative ventures and a lot of DIYs, and who are interested in being part of a community, all positivity and sharing ideas. And we're trying to build that using our website and the YouTube channel, as well as we're now really trying to expand on social media. We have a Facebook page and an Instagram page, and we're maybe starting a TikTok page, but I think at our age, I think Facebook and Instagram are more our speed. So if that is something that you're interested in, please go check out those as well. Join in, and we would love to have you as part of the community, and we'd love to have your input in what projects you're working on. We'd love to see that. Oh, speaking of that, we have a brag board on the website as well, where you can upload photos of your projects, and we've had a couple people upload them so far, and they are beautiful. It is so amazing to see someone else's take on the same project. That they're okay. And here's the finished piece. I just added the stick and a few leaves and glued it all together. I hope you like it, and we really want to thank you for spending time with us. We really do appreciate it, and please consider joining the community. Thanks so much. Have a great day.